According to CNN, President Trump is launching nothing less than a slow coup to take back control of Washington, D.C. That's right. We're going to actually take a look at what the left-wing activists disguised as journalists are saying about Trump's amazing comeback, how he's amassing a war chest like we've never seen, and why pundits are recognizing that it may just be that the best days of Donald Trump's leadership are yet to come. You're not going to want to miss this. Greetings, everyone. Dr. Steve here with you. The doctor's in the house, but the doctor's house happens to be in Dallas this week. I'm here for the Association of Classical Christian Schools annual Repairing the Ruins conference. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm here with over 1,000 of my colleagues in the classical school movement. Though I've retired, I'm still very much a part of this movement. It's just wonderful. But I did want to make sure we had a little time to chat about CNN's panic over the return of Trump. But before we dive into things here, let's give a huge shout out to the sponsor of this video, and that's our good friends over at Virtual Shield. You know them well, gang. If you're not using a VPN or what's called a virtual private network on your desktop, tablet, or mobile device while browsing the internet, then you really are exposing yourself to a lot of potential danger. But protecting yourself online simply has never been easier. And to make it even better, get this, our good friends over at Virtual Shield are offering our audience 30% off all VPN plans and all premium add-ons. So do not wait. It is a limited time offer. Click on that link in the description below and sign up for a free 30-day trial to Virtual Shield VPN today. All right, gang, let's dive right in here. Now, a number of articles are coming out noticing a groundswell of support rising for President Trump's return. And obviously not everyone's happy about that. The ever-insufferable Jim Acosta over at CNN, the most distrusted name in fake news. Acosta, who we like to affectionately refer to as Acoster, because he's more of a left-wing heckler than objective reporter. He recently came out and said bluntly that it looks like we're witnessing nothing less than what he's calling a slow-motion coup being launched by Trump. I kid you not. The left is once again dragging out the old coup d'etat accusation against number 45. Now, if you're not familiar, this was a recurring theme after the November elections from the left-wing activists disguised as journalists in the mainstream media. So, for example, we saw this one from the New Yorker. What can you do if Trump stages a coup? It sounds like a bad Broadway musical, right? What can you do if Trump stages a coup? Or this article in The Nation titled, "Is Trump Planning a Coup d'etat?" But my all-time favorite has to be this one from The Root. Check this one out. "I'm not saying Donald Trump is planning a coup, but he's doing exactly what someone would do if they were planning a coup." Well, now Jim Acosta is accusing Trump of getting back into the coup game. And his reasoning goes like this. Trump from Mar-a-Lago has tightened his grip over the GOP. In fact, Acosta has come out basically calling Trump the Mussolini of Mar-a-Lago. I mean, this is what they call a reporter. With Republicans absolutely fearing his retribution, seeing what happened to Liz Cheney, for example. So Trump has totally solidified his control over the GOP. So that's phase one, as it were. And then you've got the GOP, according to Acosta, passing all of these election reform bills and signing them into law. Now, if you don't know, it is pretty amazing stuff. Over 360 election integrity bills have been introduced in over 40 different states, with most successfully passing electoral reform just in time for the 2022 midterms, like what we saw recently in Georgia. Now, of course, Acosta sees these laws as suppressing voter turnout, right? He's a leftist. When in point of fact, the more honest assessments have all pointed out that nothing could be farther from the truth. But regardless, this two-phase strategy of tightening his grip over the GOP and then forcing Republican-dominated legislatures to suppress voter turnout has brought Acosta to the conclusion that Trump is indeed launching what he's calling here a slow-motion coup to take back control of Congress and then the White House. And this is such an interesting way of putting it. What we have to understand is, as far as the mainstream media is concerned, there is no way that Trump should be making a comeback. You know, they're like, do you remember the food critic Anton Ego from the Pixar film Ratatouille, right? When he found out that the restaurant Gusteau's was making a comeback after giving them like one of his worst reviews ever. He was like, that's impossible. I buried them with my last review. They can't be making a comeback. But that's the way the mainstream media feels with President Trump. That's exactly what Brian Cates over the Epoch Times is mocking the media for. They literally cannot believe that Trump is coming back stronger than ever. Listen to what he writes, quote, "Right now, Donald J. Trump's opponents can't quite believe what they're seeing. Just a few short months ago, the swamp denizens of Washington were breathing sighs of relief. They had done it. They had defeated the awful Trump, handed the White House to Joe Biden, and could now begin implementing all their cherished plans for a post-Trump America." And then an amazing thing happened. A twice impeached former president who had supposedly incited an insurrection at the Capitol building on January 6th has returned, and he's looking stronger than ever. And I think that assessment is absolutely right. Just look at these fundraising figures. Gang, this is amazing. Trump is amassing an astonishing war chest. His Save America PAC has outraised the GOP almost 2-1. The GOP has raised $44 million. The Trump PAC has raised an astonishing $85 million, nearly double what the entire GOP has been able to raise. Again, this is absolutely unprecedented stuff, and we knew this was going to happen. We did a video you'll definitely want to check out on how Trump has actively called on all patriots to basically defund the GOP and instead give their money to Save America PAC. And his reason was that the GOP was funding all kinds of rhinos like Liz Cheney. So don't send your money to them. Send your money to Trump's PAC and fight back against these rhinos. You'll love that video. And of course, that is exactly what we're seeing patriots doing. Moreover, every candidate that Trump is endorsing is blowing their competition out of the water. Again, the Epoch Times reported on how a candidate that the radical rhino Paul Ryan endorsed for the North Carolina Senate, a guy by the name of Mark Walker, he was made completely irrelevant the moment Trump endorsed Representative Ted Budd. In other words, who are patriot Republicans listening to? Donald J. Trump or Paul Ryan? I mean, it's almost comical if it weren't so pathetic. Everywhere we look, Trump is dominating the Republican Party, turning it into the new Patriot Party, the grand old Patriot Party, right? And it's paving the way for what looks like will be an epic comeback in 2024. Again, I think the Epoch Times summed it up best. President Trump was supposed to be a historical footnote at this point. He's supposed to be utterly destroyed, completely irrelevant, so radioactive nobody would go near him. But no, not only is Trump not sulking in private and under disgrace, he's now exerting more direct control over the GOP than he ever did when he was in the White House. And if he does run and win in 2024, he's going to be able to implement his America First agenda stronger and better than ever. Now, before you go, you will definitely want to check out a video I just uploaded on whether rhinos are going extinct. You're going to absolutely love it. I don't know how many videos I'm going to be able to upload at the conference. You want to just check out some of our other videos that we did. And the last one is you're going to love it. Are rhinos going extinct? Definitely check it out. So make sure to click on the link, and I'll see you over there, guys. Back to my conference. God bless.